Most people believe kidney disease begins because of too much sugar or years of uncontrolled diabetes. But what if I told you that some of the foods sitting in your refrigerator right now, foods you've been buying because they seem healthy, could be quietly putting your kidneys under stress every single day? Even more surprising, many people don't feel pain, fatigue, or any warning signs until nearly half of their kidney function has already been lost. In today's video, I'll explain why this happens, what most shoppers unknowingly overlook, and the simple grocery changes that can help protect your kidneys for years to come. A few years ago, I met a 69-year-old man named Michael. He wasn't overweight, he walked his dog every morning, his blood sugar was normal, and he rarely ate fast food. Michael proudly told me he had been eating healthy for nearly 20 years. His refrigerator was stocked with turkey slices, low-fat cheese, canned vegetable soup, frozen meals labeled heart-healthy, and whole-grain crackers. He truly believed he was making the best possible choices. But then one routine blood test changed everything. His kidney function had quietly declined, and he looked at me and asked, "What did I do wrong?" The heartbreaking part wasn't that Michael ignored his health. It was that no one had ever shown him where the real problem was hiding. After years of helping adults understand kidney disease, I've noticed the same pattern over and over again. People avoid obvious junk food, believing they're protecting their bodies, while unknowingly consuming hidden ingredients that place constant stress on their kidneys every single day. The good news is that many of these habits can be changed before serious damage occurs. Understanding why certain foods create problems is much more powerful than simply memorizing a list of foods to avoid. When you understand how your kidneys work, making healthier choices becomes much easier and far more sustainable over the long term. Think of your kidneys as millions of tiny coffee filters working around the clock. Every minute, they clean your blood, remove waste, balance minerals, regulate blood pressure, and control fluid levels. Unlike a coffee filter, however, damaged kidney filters can't simply be replaced. When they're exposed to repeated stress, tiny scars begin to form, reducing their ability to work efficiently. At first, your kidneys compensate by making the remaining healthy filters work even harder. That's why kidney disease is often called a silent condition. Everything seems perfectly normal while the healthy filters quietly carry a heavier workload. But over time, they become overloaded, laboratory numbers begin to change, and by then, the damage may have been developing silently for many years. Fortunately, many of the everyday stresses affecting your kidneys are surprisingly manageable. I don't want this video to create unnecessary fear because eating one processed meal won't suddenly damage your kidneys. Healthy kidneys are incredibly resilient. The real concern isn't one unhealthy choice. It's repeating the same hidden habits every day for years. Small decisions, repeated consistently, become powerful, and that's exactly where today's grocery choices can make a lasting difference. Let's begin with frozen convenience meals. Many advertise themselves as balanced, low-fat, or heart-healthy, making them a popular choice for busy lifestyles. While they're convenient and portion-controlled, keeping food flavorful after freezing often requires large amounts of sodium. Some frozen meals contain nearly an entire day's recommended sodium in just one package, creating unnecessary stress for your kidneys. Excess sodium causes your body to retain more water, increasing pressure inside your blood vessels. That means your kidneys must work harder to filter your blood every single day. Imagine carrying a backpack that gets 1 pound heavier every day. Eventually, even the strongest person becomes exhausted. Your kidneys experience something very similar when they're constantly overloaded. A healthier alternative is preparing homemade meals in larger batches and freezing individual portions yourself. Next, let's talk about salads. Most people assume salads automatically protect kidney health, and the vegetables absolutely do. The hidden problem usually comes from bottled dressings. Many creamy dressings and even vinaigrettes contain surprisingly high amounts of sodium, preservatives, and added sugars. A healthy salad can quickly become much less kidney-friendly simply because of what's poured over the top. One of my patients proudly ate a salad almost every afternoon. When we reviewed her meals together, we discovered the dressing alone added hundreds of milligrams of sodium to her daily diet. She had never checked the label because she believed anything associated with salad had to be healthy. Instead of giving up salads, she switched to homemade dressings using olive oil, lemon juice, vinegar, garlic, and fresh herbs, keeping all the nutrition while cutting unnecessary sodium. Now let's look at oatmeal. It's one of the healthiest breakfasts you can eat, rich in fiber, excellent for heart health, and helpful for managing cholesterol. But not every oatmeal product is the same. Many flavored instant oatmeal packets contain added sugars, sodium, artificial flavorings, and preservatives that your body simply doesn't need. Convenience often comes at the cost of hidden ingredients. One of my patients believed she was eating the perfect breakfast every morning by choosing flavored instant oatmeal. After switching to plain rolled oats topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon, she significantly reduced her sodium and sugar intake while improving the overall quality of her diet. Sometimes the healthiest option isn't the one with the brightest packaging. It's the simplest version sitting right beside it on the shelf. Another common misunderstanding involves electrolyte drinks. Many adults now drink them every day, believing more electrolytes automatically mean better hydration. These beverages can certainly be useful for athletes exercising intensely or for people losing large amounts of fluids. But for someone spending most of the day working, running errands, or taking a casual walk, they often provide much more sodium than the body actually needs. Your kidneys work constantly to maintain the perfect balance of sodium, potassium, and fluids. When you regularly consume extra electrolytes your body doesn't require, your kidneys have to work harder to restore that balance. I remember one man in his early 70s who drank 2 sports drinks every afternoon because he believed they were healthier than water. After switching mostly to plain water and reserving electrolyte drinks for hot weather or illness, he reduced unnecessary sodium intake without sacrificing proper hydration. Plant-based eating offers many proven health benefits. Foods like beans, lentils, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains can support both heart and kidney health. However, many highly processed plant-based meat alternatives are a different story. To imitate the taste and texture of meat, manufacturers often add large amounts of sodium and preservatives, meaning some plant-based burgers and sausages contain as much, or even more, sodium than traditional meat products. Many shoppers see the words plant-based and naturally assume the product is automatically healthier. Sometimes that's true, but not always. The nutrition label tells the real story. I once worked with a couple who switched entirely to processed meat substitutes after watching a health documentary. When we reviewed their grocery choices, several products contained more than 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. By choosing lentils, chickpeas, black beans, mushrooms, and homemade bean patties instead, they enjoyed healthier, less processed meals with far less sodium. Restaurant menus have also changed dramatically. Today you'll find grain bowls, protein bowls, power bowls, and wellness bowls almost everywhere. They sound incredibly nutritious with ingredients like brown rice, grilled chicken, avocado, and fresh vegetables. But the hidden problem usually isn't the ingredients themselves. It's the sauces, marinades, seasonings, and oversized portions that quietly add large amounts of sodium before the meal even reaches your table. One seemingly healthy restaurant bowl can easily contain more than an entire day's recommended sodium intake. One woman proudly told me she had replaced burgers with protein bowls several times each week. When she checked the restaurant's nutrition information online, she was shocked to discover her favorite meal contained nearly 2,000 milligrams of sodium. She didn't stop eating out. She simply ordered sauce on the side, chose grilled foods without heavy marinades, and split large portions into 2 meals. Now I'd like to hear from you. Which food surprised you the most today? Was it frozen meals, bottled salad dressings, flavored oatmeal, electrolyte drinks, processed plant-based meats, or restaurant healthy bowls? Share your answer in the comments because your experience could help someone else recognize a hidden habit they've never considered before. If you're over 50, or if kidney disease runs in your family, consider asking your healthcare provider a few important questions. What is my current kidney function? Have I ever had a urine test for early kidney damage? Should I limit my sodium intake? Are any of my medications affecting my kidneys? And would meeting with a registered dietitian help me create a kidney-friendly eating plan? The next time you go grocery shopping, try one simple habit. Before placing any packaged food into your cart, compare 2 similar products and choose the one with less sodium whenever possible. You don't need to change everything overnight. One better choice repeated consistently is far more powerful than 1 week of perfection followed by old habits. Here's the encouraging news. Your kidneys are remarkably resilient, especially when problems are caught early. Many people can slow the progression of chronic kidney disease through healthier eating, better blood pressure control, regular physical activity, and following their healthcare provider's advice. You don't need a perfect diet, you simply need greater awareness. Every healthier grocery choice is another opportunity to protect your kidneys for the future. Let me leave you with one final story. A retired firefighter named David came to the clinic because kidney disease ran in his family. His test results were still normal, but his blood pressure had started creeping upward. Instead of waiting for problems to appear, he made small changes, cooking more meals at home, reading nutrition labels, replacing processed foods with fresh ingredients, and walking after dinner with his wife. 1 year later, his blood pressure had improved, his kidney tests remained stable, and he felt confident knowing he was protecting his future through consistency, not perfection. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more evidence-based videos on healthy aging, nutrition, and disease prevention. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and should never replace personalized medical advice from your healthcare provider.